Yo, you rocking with the freshest, the KRUZE review on 4 Hour Fly.
And TP.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna start this off. I'm gonna start this off. I'm gonna just give y'all some hints so y'all know where we going. Okay, y'all see this? Let me see. Did I drop it? Dropped it. Yeah, dropped it. Okay. Let's see. I don't know if y'all can see that well, but if you know, you know. You know what this is. If you know what this is, then you definitely know what this is. This is the last one right there. Yeah. 1986 World Champions. Right here. So I bought this for a reason. Because we didn't get the back-to-back. But we got one of these in music last year.
Yeah, we about to have another one too.
Back-to-back.
We about to have another one, man.
Back-to-back champions. And oh yeah. They coming too. Champions again. Yeah. Tell them what we rocking with, bro.
Man, y'all already know, bro. Nas, man. Esco.
Straight up.
Yeah, y'all already know it was coming.
North side.
I mean, y'all already know it was coming.
Yeah. You know, I know with Queens, y'all hear the South Side every time. You know, shout out South Side. Got a lot of fam. My dad actually still lives in the South Side. Yeah. So shout out South Side, but this is North Side today.
So this is a location question. So is Queensbridge is on the north side of Queens? Like if you cut Queens in half, is it on? That'll be on like the north end of it, or
Queensbridge is the start of the north end. I'll give you a description on here. I know we got viewers from everywhere, but we got a lot of people where we at now in Louisville. So here's the description of Queens so people can understand it. So the waterfront,
yeah,
coming from Indiana.
Mm-hmm. So
Indiana would be Manhattan.
Okay.
The bridge coming from Indiana, that would be Queensbridge.
Okay.
Coming from, the 59th Street Bridge, coming, the Queensway or whatever. You got the Manhattan Bridge, further down you got Brooklyn and all of that. You got the George Washington up in the Bronx, but coming to Queensway, that would be Queensbridge.
Okay.
The waterfront, that would be the bridge.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So what's that down there, like Shepherd Square and all of that, like
if you go where you go to the east,
so all of that, so imagine all of that all the way to Hill Street, you know what I'm saying? That'll be Long Island City, Queensbridge.
Okay.
Really, it'll be, the term is still LIC, Long Island City.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So all of that up down there be. So we coming this way, which is Dixie Highway, you know what I'm saying? That'll be Dixie Highway will be Northern Boulevard.
Okay.
So Shively, that would start Jackson Heights.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So further down this way, we get the PRP. It'll switch our Shively and PRP match.
Mm-hmm.
It switch over. Jackson Heights will switch over to Corona.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then further down, when PRP switched to Valley Station, that'll switch over to Flushing.
Okay.
And then go to E-Town. E-Town, if you keep going down Dixie and then switch to E-Town, then the E-Town area will be more of, Jamaica,
okay.
South side, because that's like the south end, the southern end.
So you start getting into Baisley projects.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. So you see how the south and then the north, the north end of it. So that's the better, description. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? The north side, is really, you know what I'm saying, North Corona, Flushing is, some of Flushing is in there, but some of Flushing can be termed as the South, like the start of the South too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, North Corona, Jackson Heights, and then, you know what I'm saying, LIC, Queensbridge. That's the north side.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The north end. But yeah, you know, getting back to the record, we gotta give it an extra today with 8. Not gonna get the K7 because, you know, I ain't really talked to bro. We gonna talk while we go through it, but
yeah,
y'all know, bro, you know, this is bro's favorite artist.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? We said it before. We went with J. Cole, but
nah.
You gotta add the production to it. So if you add Hit Boy's production, this gotta be album of the year.
Album of the year.
Gotta be.
Yeah, production, subject matter.
Subject matter, yeah.
You gotta throw that in there too. But yeah, this is definitely the album of the year. Now, the last post I seen, well, video. I seen the video, Nas and Hit Boy. They made it, you know, official announcement. This is the #1 album worldwide.
Yep, worldwide. Yep. Yeah, I made a post on my IG of, you know, you can go on Hit Boy's IG too, Nas's too. With, you know, Nas jumped in the water.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen Nas do anything like that before. That ain't even like fit for his character. So, you know what I'm saying? For him to do that says a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know who can we say sports wise, because we just did a, you know, KRUZE review catch up.
Okay.
And we did, you know, we did the verses, and you know, Jada he put up a MVP hip hop performance, like we said, like an NBA player, like Kobe. Remember when Kobe scored 81?
Yeah.
Jada scored 81 on verses. That was, you know, his back to back. So, but who sports wise, like in their prime, was like older?
Talking about like
would you
basketball player?
Yeah, would you? It couldn't be Jordan when Jordan came back with the 45. What'd he score, like 50 at the Gardens when he wore the 4-5?
Yeah, I think so.
See, so we couldn't use that, right? But that would be the closest one sports wise. We got to use Jordan, because Jordan left. Not saying that Nas left, but
who would have? Okay, so far, so we would say, like, the Grammys be the championship. Who won back-to-back titles? I could say maybe Akeem Olajuwon.
Yeah, Olajuwon. Yep, I was gonna say.
I mean,
yeah, because Olajuwon didn't win his first title until, you know what I'm saying, he had to be in his closer, like, upper 30s.
Yeah, because he played with Samson.
Yeah.
Ralston, them two. Then Samson retired. Then it was Tim Duncan. Nah, it wasn't Tim. There was Olajuwon, and who else?
Clyde Drexler. No, because Drexler played with the Blazers first. They played in college together.
Yeah, but they won the championship together.
They won the championship together. Kenny Smith, Vernon Maxwell. Was Vernon Maxwell still playing with Houston?
I don't think Vernon Maxwell was still playing. I know Ellis, Mario Ellis. I believe he came off the bench. Yeah. I remember that. Robert Horry
was definitely there.
But it seemed like Tim Duncan had another person beside him in that championship run. I really can't think.
Yeah, I know
who it was.
With Tim Duncan, it was David Robinson.
Yeah,
David Robinson was in his upper, but I don't know. Did they win back to back when David Robinson was there, or he just got one championship?
They might have won 2.
Yeah,
David Robinson might have won 2.
Yeah,
I'm not 100% sure on that.
But we got to go with Olajuwon, because it is the thing. Olajuwon was ill in college. He's probably the illest college basketball player ever. Still, I don't think it was the iller. So,
or we could say Clyde. Well, Olajuwon may be a little bit more. Yeah, a little bit more MVP.
So we'll go with that, because you know what I'm saying, with Nas coming in. But you know, we use that term to say now, going back to the album, Nas is in his prime right now, and these records are gonna prove the prime that he's in right now. You know what I'm saying? He's just in his prime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got something to say, but I'm gonna wait toward the end. Yeah. I'm not gonna give it away early.
Yeah, we gonna detail a lot of these records. So let's get into it, bro. I'm tired of talking. Let's let the music speak for itself. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna go in. What's the first record, bro?
First record is gonna be The Pressure.
The pressure where your ton is getting too heavy. Had to inspire them again like I didn't already. Real ones still around, release the confetti. Got sun across the belly. Say that we made it. Been down with the hustle so long, feel like we related. Take my word like it would from the book of Revelations. Dead presidents, that shit come when you dedicated. I invest in education cause we wasn't privy. At pat niggas like Sinatra in the 60s. Come through on some wavy shit. Valentino camouflage on some Army Navy shit. I know you can feel the pressure, keep up with my cadences. QB lingo, freestyles taping on stretching Barbito.
Pressure bust pipes. It can make you or break you, you know. The one song, it symbolizes like the pressures in life, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I've been on 4 generations. It's 9 till I'm gone. Get meal prep me, Ferrari testy. She out on the terrace, glass of a truce with her bestie. Drunk texting while I'm out here trying to spread the message. You're searching for qualities that I'm already blessed with. R&B X's, charms on a necklace.
Like I said, pressure can make you or break you. It can bring the best out of you. It can bring the worst.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think he really got in his bag and really kind of put his career and kind of summed it up, you know what I'm saying? Because really, it was pressure even making this album right here, because the last album went for a Grammy.
Yeah.
And to bring another album back to back, the only person that really done that was, you see, only person that done that was
back to back.
Back to back, man.
Jay-Z ain't even do that before.
Man. Damn.
Y'all say Jay's so great.
We gonna say that conversation for later, bro.
Yeah.
Because I got something for that.
I'm glad you said that.
We gonna say that conversation for later, but so far as DMX, man, it seemed like, this just hit me, man. Like, maybe, you know, DMX might have been some type of inspiration or some type of watching over, you know, Nas or something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To give him that, you know, that extra boost.
Yeah.
You know, because ain't too many people really done that.
Nah.
With a full length project. But yeah, but this is like a 10, man, and the production on it is just out of this world. Because when I first was listening to this album, I was driving.
Yeah.
And just like the beat switches, you know, that's probably my favorite thing out of production whenever it switches up. So
yeah,
Hit Boy did an incredible job with just the overall backdrop. You know what I'm saying? You know, and the thing about it, it didn't It didn't drown out Nas. It was just the perfect. It even had like a little R&B type of feel with the singing.
Yeah.
You know, I love how they did that right there. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like relatable to anybody that's they listen to R&B or somebody older can, you know, sit back and really enjoy the record. So yeah, I get this. Yeah, this is definitely a 10 starting off, man.
Yeah, great way to start a subject matter album. There's one more artist that did a back-to-back that he doesn't get enough credit for, and is a phenomenal artist and has remnants of Nas that's in him. That's K-Dot, Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar had a back-to-back. Yeah, definitely. And he had a back-to-back with subject matter. You know what I'm saying? A collective of records that, you know, followed each other. You know, started off in a, you know, sort of like a storyline way. You know what I'm saying? To follow. But yeah, this was a great way to start off. Like you mentioned, also production and the beat switch. It's not often that we get that on a subject matter record. And, you know, him speaking about pressure, he was speaking about some of the pressures that we face as black men. Sometimes our pressures get overlooked by women's pressures. You know, we speak about single mothers. You know, I came from a single mother home, you know, and that's not to take away anything from our queens, our mothers, and women alone. But a lot of times, you know, pressures of a black man get overlooked. We get overlooked being good dads. You know, some people look at that, well, you're supposed to be a good dad. Well, you are. It doesn't mean that you can't get credit for it. We get pressure from, you know, going to work, working hard, working hours. You know, some say, well, you know, you're a man, you're supposed to do that. Well, guess what? There's a lot of men that don't do it. You know what I'm saying? In the same way, one of my disgusted, most biggest pet peeve days of the year, which one day I can't stand literally, is Father's Day. It's because all men get, you know, recognized when it's usually the men that don't do nothing. They get the most recognition. They get the most gifts and stuff, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? So, on this record, it detailed a lot of that, and you know that's what I took from it. But you know, the cadence and him coming in, the comfortable, him being so comfortable and just flowing through it really spoke. And if you go back and listen to this record, he wasn't trying too hard, and he didn't have to, because you know when you speaking the truth, you don't have to force anything about it. It just comes out naturally. And you know, shout out my homeboy, you know what I'm saying, Stack, Big Mike, because he referenced one thing, and which is the truth. When it came out, he texted me, we was both at work, he texted me, yo, Hit Boy and Nas, this might be the new Snoop and Dre.
Yeah, for sure. He even put, he even brought the Pusha T on there, and I had to have like that.
Yeah.
Hit through me the beat, and I had to eat it,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was, you know, that was a great statement. You know what I'm saying? Stack, shout out. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man, you need to be an A&R, nigga. I told you too. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Yeah. But that's the truth right there. Just the way this started off, there's no way possible you cannot give this a 10, if not a 15. You got to. You got to. Production-wise, cadence, everything in there was damn near perfect. It was. Everything about it. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into this number 2 record. What we got, bro?
Throw East.
Let's talk about it.
Holding the order, I'm praying God delivers. I had runners with Suge, niggas would have been shook. At the height of the beef, they started death from East. Damn, I even saw they keys on some of my G's. Notorious label, the story was made in the streets.
This record came in right after Depression. I wasn't really fond of the beat too much. I mean, it was still, you know, it was still like a pretty good beat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't one of my favorites on the album. But
right.
I can understand that type of beat because he was going into the Death Row situation.
Right.
You know, along with Tupac.
Absolutely.
And
we the smartest, not the loudest. Game about the project houses where they resort to violence. Hennessy bottles on the curb, little niggas trying to serve. Let's talk about it. Back when Jungle told pockets off as soon as we walk about this.
And would you say, when I listened to it and he mentioned the Stretch situation, I was like, you know, I know, you know, you got close ties to him to a certain degree. I'm like, I wonder did he keep that last review we done, because we addressed that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying about Stretch. I know.
Yeah.
That topic had been out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, prior to that, but
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying, he ain't never really addressed it.
Absolutely.
Until this album. But
yeah.
There's a rumor that spread I like to address. Pac was never said about Stretch. Let it
I like how he kind of cleared that up himself about the whole Stretch situation, man.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of talk around that time about that.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, there's other people out there that has cleared that up about the whole Quad Studios situation, man. But I mean, he was just going into giving you a little bit more history about that time period when Death Row was at its height, and you know, the whole beef.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think I would give this probably about a strong 9.5.
Okay. Yeah, y'all know I'm about to go in for good reason. Cause I got many fights, too many to name, too many to remember. Every last one of them said, I don't know what I'm talking about. This is proof I know what I'm talking about. I got close ties to this, which my family. And for everybody that don't believe me and didn't believe me, you can do me a favor. You can go on Jungle's page. There's a picture on there, which is proof. The shows, I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I knew what I was talking about. In a lot of those fights, it was detailed that a lot of, you know, truth wasn't told because, you know, Snoop talked about it mostly on, he did it first on Juan Epstein show where he talked about it, where he spoke about Nas. And he said it on Angie Martinez too, where he said the same thing. He said, you know, you want to know who's real G, it's Nas. Let me tell you about something about Nas, which is detailed. Let me tell you something about Bro as well, which is very similar. Nas is one of is Bro's favorite artists. They got a lot of similarities because, you know, through all the mishaps Bro done been in with me, Bro been the calmest. He's probably calmed me down on a lot of instances. And if it wasn't for him, y'all probably wouldn't be talking to me. I'd probably be locked up somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, Jungle and Nas kind of have the same kind of morals that me and Bro have. You know what I'm saying? Jungle been the one to go at it with Nas. You know, he could have been like that, but he wasn't. He was peaceful and, you know, he didn't resort to violence when, you know, you heard him say Jungle told Nas, nigga, it's on after this.
Yeah, he told Pac.
He told Pac. He was like, yo, it's on. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, my family told me, yo, that was true. My family told me he already had his hand on the trigger, you know what I'm saying, in his pants already. All he had to do was pull it out. A lot of people, you know, they go off of, you know, Pac did this, Pac walked or whatever. You know, hey man, when there's a gun involved, in any circumstance, when there's another man involved, I don't care who you are, nigga. Anybody can die. Anybody can die. And, you know, for anybody thinking that, you know, New York is soft and all of that, let me tell you something about New York, and let me tell you about something about Queens, New York, nigga. Jay-Z said it's like New York been soft ever since Snoop came through and crushed the buildings. The building Snoop kicked over was the city building. It's still the tallest building in Queens. Queens took that personally. Nas should have took it personally, but he didn't. Let me tell you an MC that did take that personally. Rest in peace, Prodigy. Prodigy was the only one, even in New York, you had Nori on there, Havoc was on there, Capone was on there, but Tragedy was on there, but the only personal verse that was a shot was from Prodigy. The only MC that responded back to Pac on record. You know, there's views of a record people just found of Nas getting back to Pac. There's, you know, rumors that Jay-Z. Those are rumors. Yeah. The only actual track that's actual factual response was from Prodigy. Drop a gem on him.
You had in the long run too. I think there was some shots thrown on that record that was off. That was an unreleased record. It's called In the Long Run.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I heard that record, but I think that was another record too.
Yeah, straight up.
From back then.
Yeah. And you know, here's a little off record. Let me get in my A&R bag real quick. Speaking of Esco, I think it'll be dope. Or if there's a next album coming or whatever, I think it'll be dope for you to make a record called Sorry Prodigy. And speak of beginning, things that Prodigy spoke about in his book, you know, just overall, you know, I think that'll be dope. That's me getting in my A&R bag. Yeah. I think that'll be one of the dopest records you'll ever make. Because people want that story.
We gonna cut this out and DM you.
Yeah.
And you know, if it happens, we know.
Yeah.
We know where you got it from.
Absolutely. a nigga from the north side said that. That'll be dope. But you know, yeah, there's a lot of details he spoke about, you know, having run-ins with Suge and all of that, and you know, people always say Nas was soft, and you know, niggas from New York was soft or whatever. Look, the one who de-escalates the problem ain't the soft one. I don't care how y'all take that. I don't care what y'all niggas say. It ain't. I don't care where niggas from or whatever. The one who de-escalates the problem, and there was people on the West Coast that you know had videos out that was trying to de-escalate problems. Look at Ice-T talking about it. Ice-T's originally from Newark, New Jersey. Ice-T, no. You know what I'm saying? It's time to, he told Pac, man, what are you doing? You bugging, like, you need to calm that down. You know what I'm saying? And like Nas said, he's seen niggas he grew up with Death Row East chains on. Niggas from Jackson Heights, niggas from Corona, niggas from the Bridge. That let you know too. Pac ran with a lot of niggas from New York. Niggas don't talk about that, but niggas is lying. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You know, and you know, Nas did detail it, which was probably one of the reasons why this record was made, because he did an interview on when King's Disease was dropped, I believe with the Breakfast Club. Angela Yee asked him about the Snoop interview, and you know, you could see, you know, in his face, he was like, you know, some of that, yeah, it was true, but you know, Snoop kind of added a little stuff, you know, that wasn't true. And he didn't have to do that either. He showed, you know, discipline when he said that too, because you know, he could have took that, you know what I'm saying, somewhere else too, but he didn't. He fell back. So, you know what I'm saying, that's proof too right there that, you know, he didn't have to display all of that. And, you know, he could have been on there disrespecting Pac, but he didn't. He didn't disrespect him. And, you know, he even said he flew out to Vegas to make peace, you know what I'm saying, to shoot the Street Dreams video. And
I flew to Vegas to shoot the Street Dreams video and link with Tupac. Try to squash the East Coast, West Coast beef. We didn't talk, but he was still alive in the hospital. And it rained that day in Vegas. Rest in power.
And then the biggest thing, takeaway, like bro said, you know, which he probably got from one of our videos, is the Stretch thing. Yeah. You know, people think, you know, Stretch set up Pac and all of that. That's not true. There's certain people that said that. One person that was close to Stretch and close to Pac, that spoke about it a few times, is Ed Lover.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And even Ed Lover has spoke about times like Ice-T where he was, you know, trying to calm down Pac and saying, you know, yo, like, you know what I'm saying, what you doing? You know, because it was getting out of hand. And sometimes, you know, somebody can put a battery in your back.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, for those things all together, I know I spoke for a minute, but I needed to detail that for a lot of reasons, because, you know, bro mentioned the beat particular didn't catch him, but this record really displays how ill of a storyteller Nas really is.
Yeah.
If not the greatest storyteller ever. You know what I'm saying? You can put Slick Rick in there. A lot of people detail Slick Rick. A lot of people detail Ghost. Both, you know, some of my favorite artists. But I don't think nobody told a story that was true musically, that had that much kind of aggression to it as this one. Which is why he has to be the best storyteller. Because all of these are actual facts. Everything he detailed in this song are facts. Nothing made up. Nothing whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? So for that, this record gotta be a 20. It gotta be. It gotta be a 20. You know what I'm saying? Because the truth of this record, you know, it was put on record instead of being put in interviews. You know what I'm saying? Because Nas could have went to certain places and, you know, talked about it and made himself seem bigger than what he was, but he didn't do that. You know, Snoop actually did that in the light. You know what I'm saying? And Snoop wasn't discrediting Pac. You know what I'm saying? He spoke about him, you know, having a high forks under his coat because he thought them niggas was gonna get that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, there's details that, you know, like Nas said, that some of it was, you know, probably true, but some of it could have been extra. That could have been true, but, you know what I'm saying? Even if, Nas still kept his balance. He kept, you know, he kept his ground by not putting too much into it and disrespecting Pac with the truth. So that's something you niggas don't talk about. You know what I'm saying? But niggas, they say that wasn't true, probably ain't even gonna listen to the song because you probably don't think it's true either. Let's go to the next song, bro. What we got?
Get it, EPMD 2 featuring Eminem and EPMD.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
Respectfully. Bucket on low like Eric and Parrish. Closed casket flow, all you niggas get dented. They don't give you one single rose, why you can smell it, so I pick from my own garden. Wanna go out in my garden like Godfather. Grandkids in a rock while I got over the block trauma.
Woo! Yeah, man. That's the collab of the year right there.
Back to back with it, the hardest shit of the year.
Remix, EPMD, we back in business. Ain't nobody fucking with us, come to your senses. He's the second coming to God, something to witness. Piece of shit fly in your head like Mike Pence's, we in the trenches. I'm mad, better yet, I'm on a rampage.
That might be the song of the year, man. Every time I hear that song, I get that chill factor, man. That's, you know, Hit Boy did an amazing job on the production.
Absolutely.
That's that's the build up right there. And like, I think what we do, we did what was it, a Crash and Burn?
Yeah.
Talking about Nas and Jay-Z.
Yeah.
The way that Nas came in on that one record.
Yeah.
But the way EPMD came in.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
That was just, I had to get at a 20.
Oh, okay.
Then you know, Eminem he came in and just overkilled the beat. I think he had something to prove himself, but yeah, this was a genius idea of bringing EPMD and Eminem. And this ain't nobody new either. That's what's making it incredible. So all y'all young cats out there fronting on the the older cats, nah, you can't front on this shit. Lil Uzi can't do nothing like this. You know, it's definitely off the charts, man.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna surprise y'all. Cause I know a lot of people's been talking about this record online. Shout out Esco, amazing flow. Got in his bag on this. Shout out Eric Sermon, Paris Smith, one of my favorite all-time groups. Long Island's finest, you know what I'm saying? Bucket hats, all of that. Dope. I think Eminem's verse was trash, bro.
I knew you was about to say that.
Yeah, ready? EPMD, we're back in business. Living in cramped conditions, we'll give you ammunition. Stock no shelves, I got no shells like Taco Bell, and I'm not gonna sell. I got no else like Christmas. You don't wanna make the claws come out. You should call yourself Santa Claus. None of y'all are real.
I knew you was about to say that. See, well, let me say this. When I first heard it,
Yeah.
it was like, okay, he's going in on it.
Yeah.
But as I keep hearing it, I think it was a little bit too much.
Yeah. Yeah. And I
That's
felt
what
the
it's saying,
same.
overkill.
Yeah, I felt the same way when I first heard it. I made a post and I was like, everybody ate. But the more I listened to it, I'll give you a description of what I'm saying and probably what everybody feels. You mentioned something about it wasn't nobody knew Lil Uzi or nobody like that. If that would have been Logic, I think that verse would have been fire with that flow. But with that flow detail on a record like this with EPMD, this verse had nothing to do with EPMD. Nothing. He didn't reference nothing about EPMD. He didn't talk about none of the albums, none of that. And I'll give you something else. Everybody speaks about Renegade and how M killed Jay-Z. Might be a fact. Here's another factor for you. Nas washed that nigga on this. He got washed. With that flow, it wasn't. It shouldn't have been on this song.
Would you say less is more?
Yeah, less is that on a song like this.
Because each time that I hear it, I always get that same feeling when Nas and EPMD rap, especially when EPMD come in.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
they got probably the best comeback of the year.
Yeah. Let me get my A&R bag real quick. Need to be a remix to that record.
I was getting there. I was getting there.
It need to be a remix for the reason of fans they're not impressed by Eminem's verse. Fans are kind of, they're not satisfied. So that's why it needs to be a remix for this record. Who need to be on the remix, bro?
One person, definitely, you gotta put your artist on there. You gotta put Dave East on there. I want Dave East to, get a more broader look. I I think you can do like a hip hop. You remember that song he had on that album? Hip Hop Is Dead.
Yeah,
when he had different versions.
Yeah.
You could possibly do like a 1, 2, and 3 on that. Could you put Kendrick Lamar on this?
Good.
Kendrick Lamar take the place of Eminem?
Could. That'd be a dope display. You could. I got something better than every last one of them. Especially we talking about right now, right?
Yeah.
We speaking about EPMD. Here's something that would be on subject matter. I know for sure. And it's fitting for the title EPMD. The remix just need to be Nas, EPMD, Jada, and Styles.
Jada.
It ain't nobody that could go back and forth.
Yeah.
Like EPMD, like Jada and Styles, especially right now.
Yeah.
With Jada coming off that MPV performance.
Yeah.
Jada and Styles just need to be on that remix.
Well, let me take that back because I said Dave East. I wanted Dave East to be on another record of the remix.
Oh,
he didn't play it, that 40 side.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect for that, but I can dig Jada and Styles on this. I definitely did.
It'll take all of that back. Everything that's on the internet being said, everybody being dissatisfied, it'll take that out. Plus, it's a remix. So, with the remix, you don't even have to be the same beat. I know Hit Boy got something else in the bag.
Yeah.
So, you can keep the same detail with Nas, EPMD's verse, but when Jada and Styles come in, it could be a whole different verse. You can redo the We Gonna Make It. You can redo the Kiss freestyle when Big came on at the Gardens. You can redo that and put that in there as a switch. Tell me that wouldn't kill everything right now. Because they just put that on streaming sites. You couldn't even stream that before the verses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So imagine the beat switching to Who Shot You and Jada and Styles going back and forth. Nigga, tell me I ain't a fucking A&R, nigga. Tell me I ain't. Oh, these niggas just riding cars and talk about it. Them niggas don't know. Tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, nigga. Let it happen. Tell me. I guarantee it, but the more I hear it, the more I'm disappointed because he could have did something else on that, and that verse just seemed like a throwaway to me. Like I said, it didn't detail anything about EPMD. He didn't speak about no bucket hats. He didn't speak about no water. He didn't speak about no albums, the EPMDs, how everything has business in it. He didn't reference business and none of that rhyme. It didn't have nothing to do with EPMD, especially EPMD Part 2.
I think he just wanted to get on there and just prove the point that he can still rap, still kill it.
Yeah, and that's corny. It's in the same lines as what we said on our KRUZE Review Catch-Up. Y'all go check that. Speaking about the verses where Cam told Jada, this ain't SOBs. Nigga, what? Nah, that was one of the most tasteless things that happened this year in hip-hop is this Eminem verse. Like, nah, man, you gotta come better than that. Like, straight up. But it just proves how great of an artist Nas is too, to throw it out there. He wasn't afraid. EPMD wasn't afraid to, have his presence on the song either. But nah, the more you listen to it, the more everything that I detailed you can see for yourself. It didn't have anything to do with the record. Even the flow it didn't have anything to do with EPMD. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who made that. Maybe he did want to, you know, get him on record for, you know, the, you know, hip hop's glory. But nah, I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know a couple people said this too. I listen to that record, and when his verse comes on, I skip to the next song. Straight up, I do, because it ain't nothing on there that makes me be like, wow, like, you know. I know niggas like that, you know, Sham Guard, you know what I'm saying, and all of that, you know. That Migos flow, it ain't impressive no more. Like, just because you can rap fast and switch speeds and all of that, it ain't impressive no more. It's not. You know what I'm saying? It's like having a foreign vehicle. Oh, I got a foreign or whatever. Right. Nigga, it's still a car.
Well, let me put an idea, since, you know, we in our A&R bag.
Yeah.
Like, that spot can also be filled by like a Jordan Lucas.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. Him and Logic, you know, yeah. If it was Jordan Lucas, yeah, then I can detail that flow. But for him to do that, you know what I'm saying, to be such a fan of hip hop, it doesn't make sense. He didn't have to use that flow for that beat. That flow is not, you know, it's not for that beat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When he switched it up to dollar bill, see, if he kept it,
None of y'all are real, not a single one, like a dollar bill. Yeah, it's like your bitch in the pellet.
if he kept it like in that same range, it probably would have stuck a whole lot better.
It probably would have stuck out, but nah, it wasn't it at all, man. So, you know, but as far as the record goes, yeah, you know what I'm saying, Nas EPMD's verse is definitely a 10 for me, but his verse being on there drops it. It drops the song, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just being honest, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect to him, you know what I'm saying? Think he's a great person, a great artist, or whatever. I'm not hating, that's just what it is. But yeah, let's get to the next song.
This track is gonna be rare.
Yo, I'm in red form. Niggas speak down on my name like I wasn't there for them. Talk about back in the days, this isn't back in the days. They want me back in my ways. Shit proof in the musically I'm on Mars. Walking all over the beat, putting my feet on the stars.
This is probably my favorite record on the album right here. Yeah, this is my favorite record, man. This is I don't know, this is just a smash record, man. Listening to it, and he said, I got my Mets fitted on to the back. I instantly thought of this nigga, man. I was like, yeah.
I got my Mets hat on to the back. Y'all already know where we going with the stats. Hall of Fame only, kings and queens only. They all be grabbing my style, but you know they can't hold me. Yeah, I'm in rare form.
You know he gonna be stopping the car, getting out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But this is another 10, man. This is another off the chart record, man. And once again, Hit Boy switched it up with the beat switch, man. And I think that made all the better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he switched it up right where he needed to switch it up at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I thought that was a genius move, man.
With my ego, even though he know. Empty glass of Pinot, cigars and casinos. Special, caught my nigga in. I told him, yo, I gotta be there.
Shout out to Nas for the shout out, man. I call my nigga in. Just an incredible record, man, and it's a banger, you know. It's one of the ones where you can, you know, roll down the windows and just ride, man.
Yeah.
And just bang out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you know, that's one of the things that people disliked about Nas, not having those bangers like that.
Yep.
But like Big Stack said, you know, this is probably the new Dre and Snoop
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Hit Boy he's the perfect producer for artists like Nas, to give Nas those type of records where he's not being drowned out by the music, but he's still being him on the records, keeping that real dope subject matter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But with better production. So
yeah, I believe this is the first time on the KRUZE review that I gave a song 100. This is 10 tens. 10 of them, for a lot of reasons. For the detail of the song, the subject matter, everything, the switch up. Let me tell you something about Hit Boy. Hit Boy, he got into his Queens, New York bag, because if there's any producer that details and mirrors Marley Marl, I don't know another record that sounds like it was produced by Marley Marl. Those acoustics on that record, especially the last, that sounds like a Marley Marl.
I ain't never think about Marley Marl either, man. That's a good point to put in there. That's a great point to put in there. I ain't never think about that.
The way that the bass hits on the last one in anybody's speakers, whether you in your headphones, your vehicle, or your house. If you go back and listen to a Marley produced record, Marley was the only one that, you know, the acoustics on the bass just hit you. I got some good headphones because I heard this record when I was at work, and the way that the bass was hitting on that switch up, yo, and you know, if you a New Yorker, you already know. You know what I'm saying? Look, everybody got they one. Bronx got it, the K got it. You know, Manhattan got it, Harlem got it. You know what I'm saying? Even Staten Island got it. But you know what I'm saying? When you from Queens, there's different things that make you walk different. It make you walk. It make your face. It just, you know what I'm saying? And for a fact, it might come close, but it ain't another barrel out dressing Queens. I'm sorry, it's not. I'm biased. It's not. Go back to the Supreme Team era. It ain't. You can look on Raising Kanan right now. Look at Joey Badass playing Unique. It ain't. But this record makes it, especially that switch up. It makes you just do like a, you know. It takes you back. It takes you back to, you know, to the 80s. It does. But that switch up, that bop, it just makes you do a different bop. You know what I'm saying? And Hit Boy, man, he's amazing because, you know, for him, he really detailed Nas as an artist in a different way. He really did. And Nas hasn't been produced like this since Illmatic. He hasn't. It ain't been another producer like the producers of the likes of LES, Q-Tip, P-Rock. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. Since. Primo. It ain't. It hasn't been. You know what I'm saying? So for him to, you know, to do the Sham God first and then the switch in his bag after, you know what I'm saying, to get back into, you know, This is 100. This is 100 record. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of reasons. You know what I'm saying? This record right here is this has to be, if not the song, one of the songs of the summer. This is something you can put your top down in Miami. You know what I'm saying? This is something you could play to get ready for the club. This is something you could, you know, make that ugly face on, you know what I'm saying? When you get a new fit and some kicks and you know you about to kill a nigga. You know what I'm saying? This is my kill a nigga song, especially the switch up. This is my kill. I'm about to kill these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Straight out. This is the killer. This is the song, you know what I'm saying? After you just bashed your shorty, I just killed her. You know what I'm saying? She's in there, leg all open, just killed her. This is that song you play after you just, you know what I'm saying? This is the song right here. It's just amazing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you gotta give it that. You know what I'm saying? So this is 100. Point blank period. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're gonna take a pause before the next song.
YKTV featuring A Boogie with the hoodie and YG.
About it, pop off. YKTV got the top off. Private estate, I'm a mob boss. Every time I pop out, it pop off. YKTV, they call me son, ain't no son of me. Ran 100 M's, bitch, I'm running things. Paper power pussy, that shit come in threes. But you think I owe you some girl for fucking me? Imagine little Uzi on a Primo beat. Imagine an AS on a Migo beat. Hip hop culture, hearing on coasters, watching 100-inch screens, see who's sitting with Oprah.
That was a smash record. That was a hit right there, man. Everybody's saying, I said in the past that Nas can't make no commercial records. That saying is out the window now.
Yep.
Basically.
You wanted the talking, I'm talking it out. Put it in your mouth, what you talking about? Every time they play this song, she like, this is my shit. But I really wanna know, do you love me or not? So say my name when you say it, baby, call me artist.
A Boogie did a phenomenal job. Hell, man, I thought it was Bryson Tiller.
Yeah, that's why he said that line. They knockoffs. They not really A Boogie.
Yeah.
Shout out A Boogie because he's telling the truth. A lot of niggas is biting that flow. A Boogie. A lot of niggas. Even on the West Coast. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry. I had to throw that in there.
Yeah. Everybody did their thing. A Boogie, YG. It was a perfect collaboration, man.
Yeah.
You know, I think just for the commercial aspect, I would have to give this record probably a 10. Just off the commercial aspect of it.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
That song is definitely made for now. You know, like you said, a lot of people saying Nas can't make a hit. There's proof right there. It's not true. You got the perfect producer for it now. That's for the radio. That's for the club.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's for everything.
Would you say on these records, Hit Boy actually coaches Nas?
Absolutely.
To a way to rap?
Absolutely, I would say that. That's what he needed. He needed a guy. That's what he needed, and it's not a guy of arrogance, and you can tell by the natural affections of these records. Yeah. That's what he needed. He needed somebody to kind of like coach him through it. You know what I'm saying? But still be, in his pocket. And he's in his pocket on all of these records. None of these records sound forced.
Nope.
None of them sound overproduced. None of them sound like it's too much. Anything.
Yeah, new artists take notice to this album and how he performed on it.
Absolutely. Even his, braggadocious shots, you know what I'm saying? Like in there, what you think I owe you something for fucking me? Which I think that was for Cash Dog, but that's for something. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Cash Dog. Cash Dog found his little get out. I don't know why you let that one go, Nas, but
I didn't know nothing about that, so that's over my head.
Nas had he had a couple of them in the industry. That's the Queen's thing.
We know.
A couple of them. But you know what I'm saying. But it didn't take away. So for that record, I give that record a 20. Cause you know what I'm saying. That song is a summer smasher too for the club and for the radios. Radio 1, a lot of them probably won't play it. You know what I'm saying. But for A Boogie to come on in and do his thing, YG came on and did his thing.
This is I would say this is definitely Radio 1 type of record. It ain't over shit. They play more explicit shit on that. This ain't really explicit at all. They ain't really saying nothing crazy on it. Hey, Boogie might have said put it in your mouth, but that ain't nothing crazy.
Nah, it ain't got nothing worse than WAP and all of that. You know what Cardi saying, huh? Lizzo, you know, it ain't nothing worse from what they saying.
Right.
You know, on their new record, and then, you know, Meg, you know, what she's saying. So, yeah, but, you know, I'm just saying they probably won't put it in rotation because it's Radio 1. But I know, you know, XM would definitely put it in rotation. I've heard it actually on, you know, Shade 4-5. So, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but definitely for the commercial aspect, yeah, I give it a 20 straight up. Yeah. What we got next, bro?
Run.
Store Run, yeah.
Jeez. Yeah. QBAQ Ravens with Woodside, let's go. Struck a lot of lighters, pulled a lot of all-nighters, banned from some after-hour spots. My crew would choose violence, moving silence. Who knew I grew to build an empire? Streets had me against the ropes, would've thought I was ziplining. This is mistakes, it's all a racket. It's the same thing, just the risk that you take. Moving too fast, blues on your ass. The boys came through with the task. Peek through the blinds, you knew it was curtains. Breadwinner, take a L, lead the whole family hurting.
Yeah, Store Run.
Yeah, man.
That was a reminisce track right there, man.
Absolutely.
I mean, that whole display was just him going back into his mind of being in Queensbridge in the 40s.
Yeah.
Reminiscing. And it's very key that Hit Boy made a soulful record, because Nas don't really have a lot, to my memory, so far as production. Like, you know, like those soulful Kanye and type of, you know, a lot of artists got that type of soul on the record.
Yeah.
You know, with the production. I can't remember too many records like that from Nas. And it's one of those records that he can storytell on, but it still has that, you know, it don't lose that Nas factor where, you know, you still get that feeling, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think this is another 10.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely definitely another 10, you know, for a lot of factors. You know, the subject matter alone stood out more in this song because a lot of people don't detail what a store run is. You know what I'm saying? You know, up north, we know store runs is the bodega run. You know, there's a lot of things you can get from the bodega. You can get your chopped cheese, you can get your bacon, egg, and cheese. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it's veggie chips. You know what I'm saying? All of that. You know, bottles, all of that. But, you know, this details basically paying your dues because, you know, as a youngin', you know, having an older brother and having the older ones, when they send you on the store run, it's gonna show you your loyalty. One or two things, either you you go to the bodega, you put the change on the counter and bounce. You know what I'm saying? What it is, or whatever. You know, but a lot of those store runs, you know, when you a little brother like I was, nigga, you don't get no change back. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, a lot of the older ones, they see if you're gonna get the change back so they can give it back to you. You know what I'm saying? That displays loyalty. You know, that displays who you are as a person. You know, a lot of people think, oh, I went to the store for you, you owe me that. Like he said at the end of the record, you ain't paid your dues yet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what that displays. So, you know, it's not really in the story bag, era as far as him telling the story, but you know, he's given that structure of, you know, living life, and that's something that these youngins, they need to hear, because a lot of these youngins feel like, you know, they don't want to pay no dues. They want to come into work and They want to start where you are. You know, I get that at the J.O. Youngins. Like, nah, nigga, you can't do what I do. I've been here 21 years, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you ain't even been here 5. You got to put in work. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You got to get to this level of where I'm at. You know, a lot of them, you know, they show respect, you know, because, you know, they see me wearing the sneakers, they wear some of the clothes, and they think I'm their age. Nah, nigga, I'm an older G. You know what I'm saying? I had to work for this position of where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just for that, and to still be in pocket with the production, everything, it gotta be a 10. You know, and then like bro mentioned the soulful factor of it. You know, that sounds like a Kanye produced record. You know what I'm saying? But it's not. It's Hit Boy. You know what I'm saying? But Hit Boy had those, you know, kind of records. Like, you know, that's something Rick Ross could have been on. I could have heard Rick Ross flow on there. You know, a Currency, you know, too. So a lot of people could, you know, you can hear them on that vibe, but to hear Nas on it just makes it even better because he doesn't have a lot of those records. So, yeah. Shout out Esco for that one. So what we got next, bro?
Moments.
Yeah, let's go.
I never met Muhammad Ali, wish I did. My brother saw him, Champ told him nothing is real. Gave me the chills, thought about it, that's how I feel. My whole career I steered away from features, but I figured it's perfect timing to embrace new leaders.
Yeah, man, this is a grown man's album.
Courtrooms, it'll leave you with war wounds. I ain't wanna be this cold-hearted, but I was forced to live. Like taking your first swim, like still being a virgin. Taking training wheels off the rims, moving in your first crib or having your first kid.
Genius subject moves. Mm-hmm. See, back then, that type of record, without a Hit Boy, would have been kind of lackluster because of the production, not because of the subject matter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But, I mean, with Hit Boy being the producer he was, he put a good sound to that particular subject that still gave you that, I guess you would say, Nas factor too. Still can nod your head to it. You know what I'm saying? But the song was just displaying certain moments in life that special that you really can't recreate them. So
yeah,
I think that was a genius way to make a song out of that.
Absolutely.
So that's a good concept. So I think for that concept, I probably would have to give that probably another 10. Probably another 10, just for that concept, and the fact that it had that it has some melody in it too.
Yeah.
So that'll give it even more appeal. And it had just enough melody in it for it not to be considered like too R&B-ish and to take away from it. So
yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, I thought that was a good move too.
This is the hip hop that, you know, you put in and just ride to. You know what I'm saying? We in the fan band right now, you know. Just cruising.
Yeah.
You know. It's just grown man rap. You know what I'm saying? But it's all truth. It's not, you know, it's not too extra tone, you know what I'm saying, or too extra where it's too richy. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, sometimes, you know, I know a lot of times people think I be hating on, you know, Jay-Z or whatever, but, you know, a lot of times, sometimes Jay's bars are too richy. You know what I'm saying? To where, you know, he throw out bars where, you know, a lot of dudes, like, you know, can't understand it because they don't live that kind of lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? You can't really say that about Nas because even, you know, his bars is still relatable. And a lot of these bars in here are relatable. This is Moments, you know. This is probably one of my favorite records off the album because the truth that's behind it. You know, moments you can't relive. You know, restates that through the song. You know, like having your first daughter. You know, he says a girl. Like, you know, that's something you can't relive. You know what I'm saying? Something you can't take back, and that's something a lot of, you know, men experience, a lot of women experience. You know what I'm saying? And the acoustics again on this record, how the beat switched in. I can't remember the artist that's on there, but if you go to Hit Boy's IG, he had him in the studio listening to it, where, you know, kind of like the R&B tone came in and he was singing on it, you know, and just, you know, the way that he was just listening to the song, you can tell he's just like, man, this is just, it's phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Because this is something that Kanye used to do, but he got away from. You know what I'm saying? Remember, he used to make those records with like Talib Kweli and Dwelly and what's their name? I can't think of their name. From Detroit.
Oh, you're talking about Slum Village? Slum
Village. Yeah, this has a Slum Village appeal to it. You know what I'm saying? Kanye got away from that kind of, you know, melody or whatever, that kind of tone in his records, you know, where it just instantly captures you, because, you know, it's the melody that embraces your mind, embraces, you know, you to want to bop your head, dance to it, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, that, a lot of that's missing, but just from that, you know, appeal, I gotta give it a 10. Got to smash it. What we got next, bro?
Nobody featuring Lauryn Hill.
Nobody. Let's get it.
One country, one state. Some place to be nobody. If Chappelle moved to Ghana to find his peace, then I'm rolling where the service always roaming. I'm packing my bags and going. Visit beautiful places, it's more out here than the trap. Houses in Long Island, they always found them. House in the south, a nigga barely got out. Sonny told me, don't let the palm trees fool you, nigga, be safe. Me and my higher self, we off from the speak. Somehow we lost the connection, right?
Yeah, that was a hell of a comeback for part 2 of If I Rule the World.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love, I think Hit Boy on this took it back to like Tribe.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
He took it back to Tribe with the production.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Just, I mean, I'm not gonna even get into the subject matter. Just the track alone with, you know, Lauryn Hill and Nas, man, and it just went well, you know. And one thing too to point out, that harmonizers he done, I think there was a Minnie Riperton influence type of thing right there. That when I heard the humming on there, it kind of brought me back to that. But hands down, this is a 10 and above, man. This is just incredible.
Yeah. That was probably the feature of the year, I believe. Come on, Diva. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be another prolific feature this year that's gonna make an impact like this.
All my time is spent focused on my freedom now. Why would I join them? They tried to box me out while taking what they want from me with clarity. I don't need to turn myself into a parody. I'm saving souls and y'all complain about my lateness. Now it's illegal for someone to walk in greatness. They want the same, but they don't take risks.
We're heading into the third quarter. This is the second. We're heading into the third quarter. So the subject matter, like bro said, alone in that record is beyond amazing. But what's more amazing than the subject matter in this record is the way that it was mastered and mixed in lows. Just how Lauren's verse came in, and led up to her saying all my time. The way that was mastered, he did it in Nas's verses too, in a couple of joints. That's something that's gonna be overlooked. You really have to have a detailed ear to point those visions out in that. And it really takes somebody, an engineer mind that was really in the studio to really high key off of those factors. Beyond amazing. I definitely know that this is something that would drive Dre out of his mind. Because he's one of those producers of perfection. And this is what production perfection is, right here. In every detail. And, Lauren's verse, man, she really spoke about, details that everybody speaks about, her being late for performances and all of that. She really factored off a lot of those things. But, it just shows, as great as Rhapsody is, it just shows how amazing Lauren of a artist, especially, spitting bars is. And then, like bro mentioned, the Minnie Riperton effect of her humming over it. You know what I'm saying? That signifies how less is more. Something simple as her humming, but having the effect that it has on that track just shows how great of an artist she always was. You know what I'm saying? So for those factors alone, I gotta give it a 200. That's a 200 track.
Yeah.
In all aspects, the way it was produced, the subject matter, the bars, the melody, everything, the way it was mastered and engineered and mixed. It was that track is perfection altogether. That's something that you new artists and unsigned artists, y'all need to pay attention to. That track couldn't get no better. The only thing that was missing on it was Dre's voice. That's it. Perfection. So let's get into this last track. What we got, bro?
Yeah, my Bible.
Like this, my nigga.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of infidels, suckers. This chapter called men. Given knowledge by the psychotic, the block was college. We don't add it up, then that shit'll leave us divided. It's sorta like 10 commandments. I'm talking about men and standards. I'm trying to reverse the damage. You boys obsessed with cameras. I be feeling like it's my fault. Around your enemies, then they call you before you hear about it. Talk to you like it's still love, keeping your vision clouded.
I think he really took the word and the acronym that Jizza used on his album, Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth, and he broke that down for this song. He called it My Bible because he's pulling from experience. He's not really going into verses or certain passages in the Bible. He's going from his life experience. Yeah, and he's dropping a lot of jewels on this record that people can relate to and learn from. Once again, it didn't lose legs because of the production, because Hit Boy once again keeps bringing it for the beat. It still had that Nas factor.
Very much so.
Rest in peace, Nip. I like how he put that in front.
Yeah.
Another 10 record. Yeah. Off the charts. So much information on there. I like the chapters of where you get into the men, certain aspect of that, then even with the woman.
Chapter called women. Y'all been the rib since the beginning. A woman's intuition is what a man is missing. To understand your wisdom is something I had to learn. Somehow you the most unprotected on planet Earth. You hold the power to make a house a home. Because of you, I wanna right my wrongs. Kiss your mother, cause we only get one. A grandmother's words to a grandson. Beautiful minds, developing time.
Saying,
absolutely.
Dealing with telling you about your mother and your grandmother, you know.
Absolutely.
Telling people don't regret that.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's a 10. So I'm gonna pass it to brother.
Yeah, man, it's a 200 for me. I like how bro detailed the description of JIZ's acronym. A lot of people's forgotten about that, you know. And this song, it really details not only that acronym, but another acronym too, how he spoke about, you know, babies reaching up to the sky, reaching for Jesus, and just, you know, his display speaking to the youth, and then the men and women in those aspects. You know, it also speaks of another acronym, you know, basic instructions before living on earth, you know. That's something that is truly detailed with all of these verses because of how he detailed what's going on, you know, how he spoke to the youth, speaking to them about, you know, your jewelry and their cars being a curse. That's descriptive in many ways. You don't get that from a lot of seasoned artists. I don't know if Jay-Z speaks to the youth in that way.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not hating. I'm just stating the facts. You know what I'm saying? No, those are true jewels that the young boys need to hear. You know what I'm saying? Speaking about, you know, how he spoke about women, you know, and respecting, you know, your mother and your grandmother saying you only get one. I don't know if seasoned artists is spitting bars like that. I don't hear Jay-Z speaking about that as much as, you know, yeah, I'm saying, you know, he got the baddest chick in the land and all of that. I ain't never heard him say nothing like that. You know, with his mom being gay, not to take nothing away, nothing. I'm not saying anything's wrong with that. Don't baby me. Don't come in, you know, my DM speaking about that. But, you know,
Crash and burn coming up.
Yeah. You know,
get to that.
That's why, you know, I say the acronyms of basic instructions before living on earth. These are things that, you know, are within the Bible and the statements and things that people actually, you know, don't believe in no more. This is why this record, you know, is high key. And another detail to factor off of is how Hit Boy ended it out. Like you mentioned before, you know how you say you think the Hit Boy might have coached him. This right here is descriptive of, you know, yeah, because when have you heard a Nas album ending this way? On a high key in the same pitch that it started off as. In a factor. And it wasn't too much. This beat, it wasn't too much. It wasn't overpoured to the point where, you know, it drained what he was saying out. In fact, it gave it more ability, you know what I'm saying, to have more power.
Would you say this would be another beat that Rick Ross could have rapped over?
Absolutely. I could hear Rick Ross on this, and I could hear Cole on this too, being descriptive in the same light of, you know, as Nas, giving factors and jewels. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So producers don't get enough credit for overproducing, making tracks that other artists could use. All of these tracks that Hit Boy used could have been for other artists. That just displays how great of a producer, in fact, that he is. You know what I'm saying? And this album alone has to be the best produced album since Illmatic, in my opinion.
For Nas.
Yeah, for Nas. Yep. Highlight on different factors, or commercial records and all of that, because even Illmatic didn't have no commercialized records on there. It might have, you know, even though they was played on the radio back then.
Right, halftime.
Yeah, they wasn't commercialized records.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? That's why I state this. That's something that your bum A&rs out there ain't gonna factor off either. That's why you need to cut us a check. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, to have records with the melody and the R&B tone to it, to have records that are grown and sensible, to have records that don't have that aren't highlighted profanity based. You know, these are records that could be played at a barbecue chilling. These are records that could be played at a gathering. These are records that could be played around grown-ups and people that I don't listen to all of that nonsense and that crap because they curse too much and they got too much going on. You know, these are records that could be played around those people. Like, you know, who is this? Who's this? You know, yeah, that's Nas. You know what I'm saying? So for that alone, this has to be album of the year, hands down. Hands down, another Grammy nomination. Hands down. Point blank period. For the features, for the Lauryn Hill feature alone, you know, and some would say for the Eminem feature, for the EPMD feature, you know, for him to get with the young boys, you know, on here, Ace Boogie, YG, and still do his thing, still be in his pocket. I don't know another artist that's gonna be able to do that. You know, we've been waiting for Donda. I don't know how many weeks. I don't even know if it's gonna come out. but who cares? Who cares if it does come out now? Because it's not gonna have this factor. It's not gonna have this approach to it. It's not. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna have these acoustics. So, you know, hey man, this is the album of the year. You know, this is not For Our Fly speaking bias because he's from Northside Queens. No, it ain't got nothing to do with it. You know, yeah. So, yeah, on the real. But that's just my opinion. What you say about the album?
I'm not gonna even get into the album because y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know what time it is.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna say is now, so far as, bro, at the beginning you said Nas is in his prime. So to me, what's happening now is Nas is erasing all those albums you didn't like and replacing them.
Yeah.
And he's getting into the mode where he's gonna overshadow Jay-Z. And that conversation of who's better is gonna be thrown out the window.
Yeah.
Because with Nas albums that he's been coming out, he's been on the rise. The albums that Jay-Z been coming out with, he's been on the downslide.
Yeah.
Not to say that Jay-Z is not skillful and he don't make good music. It's just it's not as high key and at a level of where Nas is now.
Nah, because it's too richy. It's too richy. Like what song was it? Moments where he said, you know, he doesn't want to feel like he can't be a civilian.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But that's his personality though.
Yeah, absolutely.
And see, that's one of Nas's strengths as an artist. So y'all always picking up saying, okay, Jay-Z's got this swag about him, but he's not a grounded type personality. that's more relatable than a Nas and a storyteller. You know what I'm saying? Y'all always looking for the commercial aspect of it to be better than the artist, than the skillfulness in the artistry part. You know what I'm saying? So that's a high key thing.
Yeah, let's mention something real quick. Cause there's new artists that I know for sure. For one, 2 Chainz that sent Jay-Z records and he declined.
I don't know why.
Is Nas that kind of artist?
Well, Nas used to be, and he said it on, I forgot what record he was, where he spoke about he used to decline collaborate. He didn't say it those exact terms, but now he's starting to want to work with different artists, and he recognized he needs to, what'd he say, ride something about kings or something, recognize other kings or something like that. But like I said, Jay-Z starting to take a dive, and Nas is going up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So that conversation of who's better is gonna, in the next couple years, is gonna be out the window.
Yeah,
it's gonna be Nas. We gonna, without a shadow of a doubt, people can say it's Nas.
Absolutely.
You know, because it used to be about commercial hits. That's gonna be thrown out the window.
It's gonna be thrown out the window, the water, everything. There was a record that was just put out that wasn't on this album. That was actually an older record that Nas did a long time ago that resurfaced and has been redone. That's the record. I can't remember the name.
Oh yeah, Life is Like a Dice Game.
Life is Like a Dice Game.
Freddie Gibbs and I forgot who the
Y&B Corday. Yeah. Oh well, is it?
I ain't gonna front. I love the original.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
I ain't gonna front.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
Passing the torch though.
Yeah, straight up. It just shows, like you said, you know, his artistry of, you know, getting on with other artists, but still being in his pocket. You know what I'm saying? And out reliving that term of how he used to be and how his songs used to sound. It don't even matter no more. It ain't gonna matter. It ain't gonna matter after this album wins another Grammy back to back. It definitely not gonna matter. You know what I'm saying? All of those things are just gonna be out the window. You know what I'm saying? As it should be. You know what I'm saying? But top tier record. You know what I'm saying? Just a great album altogether. You know, it's definitely on replay. You know, you could vibe to it in any way, form, or fashion. So, you know, shout out Esco. I'm proud of the fact, you know what I'm saying, for many factors, but it's just, you know, it just makes me proud because, as bro said, it out relives what has been said. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that, you know, he is getting the flowers that he should have got a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Just for being, you know, a top tier artist, for doing community work, for doing things, you know what I'm saying, and just letting it be known that, you know, you can rise and outlive and overcome all kind of things. You know what I'm saying? And it's just dope. You know, I know people have said all kind of things. I've heard things, you know, from people just being disloyal. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Nas, and it's like, you know, I don't know, you know what I'm saying, if me and bro fell out, I don't know if I would even say those kind of things about bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure it'd be the other way around. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is somebody, you know, that you grew up with. Why would you know? But that's another conversation for, you know, another subject. But, you know, the music speaks, you know, and shows what kind of person he is. And it's dope. It's dope to see his, you know, how Jungle represents his brother. That's dope. dope to see, because you don't see that a lot either. Definitely not in music. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, man, shout out Nas, and, you know, shout out the people behind this, Hit Boy and everybody. You know what I'm saying? I like to hear a third version of it. I like to go out with a bang.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I think that's gonna come.
Yeah, let's go for number 3.
Yeah, I think
let's go for number 3. But like I said, let's put a track called Sorry Prodigy on that number 3.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Need the King's Disease trilogy.
Yeah, the trilogy on there. You know what I'm saying? Let's speak about that, and you know, some other tracks. If you need some more song titles, and don't hesitate to get the DM bro.
Yeah, DM. Yeah, definitely. Cause I definitely got you, man.
Yeah.
And then right after the trilogy, we need that Swiss Beats collaboration album. We need that DJ Premier collaboration.
Yeah.
We need that AZ. Then we need that Firm.
Yeah, we definitely need that Firm. I know AZ's coming with Do or Die Part 2, September 10th.
Review coming soon.
Well, that's coming soon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but we definitely need that Swiss Beats joint. We need that Dre joint too. I don't know if that's going on this secret album that Dre's supposed to drop. I don't know, but you know, from the little snippet we heard, I need that. That sounds like a banger that needs to be played in the summer. So you know, we definitely need that. You know, but nevertheless, you rocking with the freshest, the KRUZE review on 4 Hour Fly
and TP.
We out of here, yo.
Yeah.
North side till I die, nigga. You heard what he said. Mets cap to the back.